Where's our ticket rail?
Oh, fuck. No, you got it.
Do you think social media influencers should dine for free?
Let's take a shot. Can we take a shot anyways? No, there's only the strict rules. No, we can take a shot. But I'm going to answer the question.
I want to
But
answer
this question pisses me off so much that I want to take a shot.
Dude.
Welcome to Linecheck's Battle of the Houses. This is a contest featuring back of house and front of house. These are all service industry and hospitality professionals.
What's up? I don't know which camera to look at. My name is Lee. I am a front of house veteran. I've been in the service industry for enough to make me lose a little bit of faith in humanity.
Hey guys, my name's Patrick. I used to work at Heritage. I'll be over at Olive and Rose this summer. I've been in the industry for 4 years, and somehow I still have my faith in humanity a little bit. We'll see by the end.
Oh shit, ready for that trauma to kick in?
I know, right?
Tickets! Hands!
Hands. What's the worst argument you've ever been in at work? Did you win?
Yes, because I win every single argument ever. I'm not going to take a shot. I love to gloat about belittling the guests. I think it just happened multiple times when you work in any sort of industry that's super niche and the guest thinks they know more than you, which with Tiki, I worked at a Tiki bar, which I love. It was a great time. A lot of ebbs and flows, ups and downs, but we got in an argument on how to make a Mai Tai, which already, if you don't know, is like the most contentious fucking topic ever. You have 4 bartenders arguing about something, it's probably gonna be the specs of a Mai Tai. And this guest was just so self-assured. Like, no, you're wrong. There needs to be pomegranate in it. There needs to be pomegranate in it.
Pomegranate?
Yeah, pomegranate flow. There needs to be. And if not, it's not a Mai Tai. I'm not paying for this. After I brought it out, And pulled up, like, just one of those things. That's the thing. Like, pulled it up to double check. You ever have someone who's so convinced of themselves that they're right that you start to believe you're wrong?
Oh yeah. Just gas lamping you, right?
Yeah, get gas lamping. Sick bar, by the way. Country night. Tonight's Thursday, baby. We can go after this.
Gas lamps and gaslight.
Girl boss gatekeep, baby. So that's it. Just like I think every like mate, I'm pretty fun to work with. I think because I don't take anything too seriously. But in terms of like, it's always the most contention and tension seems to be with the guests who kind of come in with expectations, and if they aren't met or if anything's slightly off kilter, not what's to be expected, there's just no kind of like going with the flow.
Where are you gonna go from there? Yeah.
And then so it's just like this weird standoff, and they're pissed off, and you can't really do anything. Guests thought they knew what something was, and they're wrong, and no one likes to be told they're wrong.
What'd you give them?
I gave them a fucking Mai Tai, but according to them, it wasn't a Mai Tai. So after that, no, I don't know. I think they left, or they just ordered like a fucking bowl or something. I don't know. It's all just a
6 straws and a fucking.
Just gave them 6 straws and a fiery fucking 151 volcano.
Let's go.
Are you gonna answer this one?
Have I won? I don't know. I bite my tongue.
You don't have to take a shot. All right. Oh, false start. Oopsies. Oh man. What is the worst walk-in disaster you've ever witnessed?
Walk-in disaster.
This is a back house question for sure.
Yeah,
I like this. I like this one.
This is fucking perfect.
I hate that
actually.
muscle memory just makes me crease the tickets so they stand up straight.
I crease
Is
mine
it?
too. Can it be my own?
Yes, 100%.
Oh,
So rules.
I had just started working at I was still like externing at a restaurant in LA, and I was fresh out of culinary school, and I was super nervous, anxious, everything, the whole thing, and it was because it was at Vespertine. 2 Michelin-star fucking spot during COVID, so it's like we're all doing to-goes and shit, but like just the atmosphere there was like tense and fucking everybody's, so green and so fresh. So anyway, sous chef asked me to grab some Parmesan, like some sort of Parmesan stock out of the walk-in. So I go to grab it, and the fucking thing slips out of my hands and spills everywhere, dude. And I'm just like, oh my God, I hope they have enough, first of all. Like, did I just fuck up service? Like, this is gonna be awful. And then I spent the next like 20 minutes just trying to mop up this fucking Parmesan water.
Probably smelled great.
Oh my God, it was fucking cheesy away. Yeah, it was fucking disgusting. And then I had to go run to the sous chef and be like, I
made a mistake.
I just dropped like 8 quarts of parm stock in the reach-in. Are we gonna, or in the walk-in? Are we good? Yeah, that's probably.
Were you good?
No, I was shook.
No, see, that's the thing. That's how fucked up and internalized our compassion for the restaurant opposed to ourselves. I'm like, was service good?
Oh yeah.
Did you fuck up service?
No, I think we were fine. I don't even know if it,
okay.
it was like, it wasn't even. They didn't even really need it. She was just sitting there on an errand. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're good.
I think a Michelin. This is a little off subject, but I think a Michelin's like a 2 Michelin star restaurant still being open for to go during takeout. Like, one, I understand the necessity of businesses needing to keep their doors open, but like when you get to that those upper echelons of dining and such, it's very much experience based. And so like, how do you fucking it all? You know what I mean? It seems counterintuitive. How do you have a prefix 20 tasting menu where it's all about atmosphere and ambiance and the service and all about the experience in plastic to go containers?
It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen.
It seems like a translation
it
area.
was definitely difficult. I mean, I don't know what the guests were experiencing at home because obviously, you know,
Netflix.
We don't send a server home with them in a fucking Tyvek suit.
We're sending our best server home with you. We actually. Oh, that'd be so fucking good. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was definitely difficult. How do you like? Jordan Kahn was doing the Alinea menu from his time at Alinea. And how do you translate that to fucking at home? And people, half the people were doing it themselves. So it was, it was difficult. Where's our ticket rail?
Oh, fuck. No, you got it.
Do you think social media influencers should dine for free?
Let's take a shot. Can we take a shot anyways? No, there's only the strict rules. No, we can take a shot. But I'm going to answer the question.
I want to
But this question pisses me off so much that I want to take a shot.
Dude.
Absolutely not. I
100%.
believe, I don't, I think what I don't, I'm a big fan of like no waste and a fan of like zero waste programs, right? And from my experience, every time influencers and social media personalities, whatever you want to call them, came in, they'd get their food, they'd get money or their drinks, and then like they wouldn't finish anything and it would all just go to waste. And that really upset me. And I don't know, I'm trying not to be bitter and resentful and just say no for the sake of no. But they never tipped, they never like contributed to anyone. I just didn't like it. And I think it opens up the door for guests and patrons to believing they hold more sway or power than they actually do, right? And so like that idea of like the Yelp reviewer, foodie who's like, I'm on Yelp, and they're like not being paid to visit the restaurant or whatever. But I think what's really indicative of it not being necessary and there's no reason for them to be receiving free meals is like once you get to these higher quality restaurants, like they're not bringing fucking influencers in. They're not bringing, if you have to rely on gimmicks and like marketing through social media personalities, like maybe you should take a look at the menu. Like I know that's gonna be like pretty, like I'm a firm believer in as long as the product and the experience is good, there will be someone and there will be a market for it. There will be people coming to your door, through your doors.
100%.
I'm trying to think of some wonderful bars that don't pay influencers. I don't think Baby G does. I don't think they would ever. They don't need to.
They don't need to.
And they're tiny. I don't know.
They're booming. Yeah.
Do you want to take the shot before you answer it?
Let's do it.
Salud to the influencers. My arch nemesis, dude.
I think you're totally right about the caliber of restaurant dictates what the social media like landscape looks like. And like if you're a newer restaurant and maybe you're more casual, you're gonna have a lot more influencers trying to come in and trying to promote your shit. And like that's, I don't know, how do I say this?
It feels predatory.
In a sense, yeah. But as soon as you get, I've noticed, as soon as you like work at those more fine dining spots, influencers are coming in and they're just eating.
Yeah.
And they're out on a date, they're on their anniversary, it's a birthday, they're celebrating something, and they're not posting, they're just out to have a good dinner. And so it's like the difference between like the pizza shop I started at and like, you know, a more fine dining spot. It's like we would have influencers come in all the time at the pizza shop, and I don't know if, I mean, we probably did hook them up. But
right?
But yeah, but it's like, it's a totally different landscape. It's fucking...
Influencers, I'm a big fan of the working class and supporting other people who are a part of the industry, and
homies pay full price too.
Yeah, and they should. Like, my thing is
well, I guess they're not homies, but
influencers, if they're big enough that they're able to like sell posts and such, then they're probably doing pretty well. And me personally, I'd rather see that meal go to someone who's actually gonna see it as, you know, like a gift, right, or an experience, or whatever you want to call it, as opposed to just like some transactional, I'm going there to give them some exposures and then I'm getting a free meal. I would like to just actually like show hospitality and show
100%.
that kind of welcoming.
I think it also comes from that inauthentic space of like, you can tell when an influencer actually gives a shit and cares about like.
And they don't though. I don't think I've ever had someone like actually happy to be at the space. It's
so
a job.
rare.
It's like their job, which is fine.
Yeah,
but like I just want only one of us to not want to be here, which is me. Not both of us don't want to be here. Like, God damn.
It's that inauthenticity that just like drives me crazy. Yeah.
Don't be fake.
I know you coming.
Oh, you chef.
What's more important, prioritizing regulars or a new patron? That's a good question.
I don't want to devolve into straight blatant localism, right? And just like, but I think there is something to say where if people are habitually visiting, right, and walking through your doors and paying your staff and participating in the culture, right, because I think there is a lot of culture around service industry and the restaurants that we visit, and they're kind of making a scene, right? There's scenes, not like in the bad sense, but they're contributive to the scene of the vibe that you're trying to go with your restaurant, whatever. Or bar, whatever it may be. I think those people do deserve a little bit of extra care and attention to make themselves feel as if they are recognized, because they should be, right? That's what keeps the doors open.
Yeah,
people paid,
100%.
right?
Turn that new customer into a regular. Like,
yeah, and at the same time, there's that same thing. So regulars, I understand if they may receive service a little quicker, or there may be a slight bit of like attention to detail, like more attention to detail, but I don't think new guests should be kind of just thrown by the wayside. We get that. I feel like this is like a dive bar question.
A little bit,
where it's like you walk into the dive bar and the bartender's at the other end of the bar just talking the whole time and kind of looks at you and then just keeps talking.
Yeah.
I don't think this is an issue that happens at anywhere where you're gonna like.
I don't think it happens at a restaurant. I'm thinking like Baby G's, like.
Then
But
because you get special treatment at Baby G because you're a regular.
No, I don't think. I think they do a really good job of like. That's why I was a regular, because the hospitality, the warm and welcoming like neighborhood feeling, and I think
I think you're not always gonna remember what drinks taste like, but you're always gonna remember how you felt.
100%. You know what LA? Oh, no, we're not supposed to.
You can tap it with the sword. All right. No. What's the worst establishment you've worked for? Name them and why. Talk some shit. Yeah, what's the worst?
Damn, dude, I was dreading this.
This is an entree. Have they all been entree? Yeah, they've all. Oh shit.
Oh man, the worst establishment I worked for, United States Coast Guard.
I think this is this more related to service industry? This is a service industry.
Damn.
Okay, do you think? No, take your shot here. Let me pour it for you, King.
I haven't. Yeah.
Would you like to, today's French, actually no, it is Italian, Fernet, it has flavors of sheet. Please enjoy.
Where's the mint?
Where's the mint?
Oh shit, that was a big one.
That was a big one. I'm so sorry. I'm not, but yes, that was rather large. Oh God, I've seen this one. I've seen this question asked before. I fucking hate that I'm creasing these. I hate that I'm creasing these so much. Do you think tips should be evenly distributed?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It's a question for Chef Sam at Odium, because I know they do it at Odium.
Yeah, completely even
Yeah,
across
they have
the
a
board.
point system that goes across the whole house.
Damn. I don't know. That's a little tricky. I feel like obviously tips should be distributed through the whole entire restaurant at a certain point. It depends. So you know what? It actually depends on how much like your front of house is getting paid. Are they getting paid a livable wage before their tips or after their tips? You know. So I think that's what it really dictates. If you're paying your servers well, if you're paying your server the same as your cook, yeah, let's divide tips evenly. But if you're paying them fucking minimum wage, I mean, yeah, let's fucking, let's even it out a little bit.
So it depends on wages.
I guess that's just like the diplomatic answer in a sense.
Liberal middle ground. All right, whatever.
The most
most
Joe
fucking-
Biden
Yeah, Joe Biden's dusty ass. Am I allowed to call Joe Biden dusty on the show? Is that okay? I know it's not service industry related. He's not even gonna make eye contact. Cool.
What do you think?
See, my inner socialist is just everyone should just make $40 an hour and just call it a day. Ideally, we shouldn't rely on a system where we
food
want,
cost at that
where
point.
we want other people to pay our fucking wages, right? I don't like that we don't have a livable wage where we have to rely on tips. In terms of what you said, yeah, I think it's dependent on what the hourly wage is for front and back of house. Typically, back of house makes a little more.
But definitely front of house makes that shit up.
And yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's such a historic topic. That's why we're at a battle with the front and back of house. I think actually the whole entire dilemma derives itself
off
from
of
this.
question.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the cooks are I fucking hate you, and then
Yeah.
the server's I worked 2 hours and only made $200.
$300. Fucking-
No. Oh, you're so quick. Need it on the fly.
Oh, this is a good one.
What's up?
How important is mental health care in the hospitality industry? How would you put this into practice?
How important is mental health in the eyes of owners and how they treat their employees? Non-existent. We all know that's the running joke. However, I do think it is one of the most emotionally and mentally draining jobs I've ever had. In the same, to have a job that tells you as soon as you walk through the door, everything that you have going on in your life, whether it's a breakup with a loved one, whether it's a family member being sick or in the hospital, all these kind of terrible things that, and kind of more traditional 9 to 5 would say, yo, take some time off and circle back, or take some PTO. That doesn't happen. It's the unspoken, or it's it's not even a secret, but it's just,
Yeah.
it's just the mood, the vibe, I guess, so to speak, right? So I think it's incredibly important, and I don't think there is enough attention brought to it in terms of taking care of employees, whether it's front of house or back of house.
100%.
How I would go about it, I mean, I don't know, I think a lot of it comes down to staffing, and I think you have a lot of the time ships that are run so tightly with such a small staff that if one staff member has to call out, suddenly it's like the end of the world because there's no one else to cover. So I think as like
margins are so slim, it's just,
Yeah.
it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I think how would I put it into practice? It's really difficult because in order for me to enact what I would like to implement, it would require like a lot of budget, which oftentimes restaurants don't have. People think restaurants are money-making businesses, and they're not too. By the way, if you didn't know, they don't make a lot of money, no matter what you think. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very tough bridge to cross solely because one of the easiest solutions requires a capital, which not a lot of places have.
100%. I totally agree. I also think it's paramount to instead of writing your employee up if they're fucking up or there's something going on, because you can tell. Check just a fucking check-in.
Yeah.
Hey man, what's going on? Like, what can we do to make this situation better? Do you need some time off? Like, that conversation is so much more important than you can't show up, so if you can't show up, you're gonna lose your job and somebody else is gonna replace you like that. It's like, we need to do those check-ins. And I think that's, I mean, we've both been in the industry and we've like lost people, lost loved ones and stuff. It's fucking, it's tragic.
Yeah, I think it's tough too because I think a big thing is like the running joke is also PTO. There's no fucking such thing as PTO. If you tell a fucking supervisor you're gonna take some PTO, they're gonna say bye. Good luck. And so I think there's also establishing that ground where I think some people want to take the time off, and maybe they are fortunate enough to work in a place of business where they are offered that, but can they actually afford it? I mean, dude, like it's rough. It's not the old, like Dustin was just in here, and I remember talking to Dustin when he used to work at the Pike in like 2010. And he'd go, yeah, dude, rent in Long Beach used to be fucking $600 a month for a studio apartment. And I'd go and I'd work 2 nights at the Pike over the weekend and I'd make my rent and I wouldn't worry about it. And then that's just changed. I don't know about him personally, but like I was a bartender at the Bamboo Club for so long, and it's not the Bamboo Club's fault that the 3rd week of the month, I'm still not quite there for rent, just from my tips, just because rising costs. So yeah, if I did have something going on, if I needed to take time off, can I really? Can you fucking really?
Yeah.
And the answer is usually like no. And so it's
You're
rough.
dependent on that paycheck.
So maybe setting up safety nets, right? And safeguards to allow employees that time should they need it without feeling like suddenly they may become unhoused. Like, because that's seriously a reality.
100%,
Like a lot of people who work in the industry are like 1 month of no pay away from not having a roof over their head. No, you're cheating. What's more important, living close to your job or a healthy work environment? Yeah, I feel like it's really obvious, but
Oh my god, definitely gonna take a toxic work environment over a walkable. No, I'm kidding.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, obviously, like, culture is paramount. Like, that's. Somebody asked me. I was out like a couple weeks ago, and somebody asked me like, what do you think like? Oh fuck, what did he ask me? He was like, what do you think like the most important thing is at your work? And I think he was thinking like ingredients or like anything else, but I would say culture. It's your fucking culture. Yeah. It's do your coworkers, are they excited to come into work? Are they happy to come into work? Do they feel like they're in a creative space? Do they feel motivated and just energized and just happy with what they're doing and all this shit? I think that's priceless. Also, walking to work is pretty tight, not gonna lie.
You know, it's so funny, Chef, that it's so funny, so silly that I get this question, because I did live incredibly close to. What? Are you spilling? Aw. I lived incredibly close to one of my jobs, as in it took about 7 minutes to walk and about a minute to drive. Yeah. And I hated every second that I was there. And it wasn't the healthiest work environment. There was a love-hate relationship. And because I lived so close, I would wait to leave at the last second. I always showed up like 2 minutes late for work or a minute late to work. So like it was like I don't know, like living close to your job, I guess technically makes your shifts shorter, right? If you don't like it, because that was my thinking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
live so close, and
There's
I don't
nothing
like
to-
my job, so therefore I leave at the last second because it means I spend the least amount of time possible there. So that was awful. A healthy work environment, 100%. Like I think this is, I don't want to say,
Pretty dumb, Barry.
I don't want to say a silly question, but I think it's very obvious that the healthy work environment is the important. It's a long prompt. That's a lot of modifications on that ticket, chef. The server should have told me to fuck off.
Hey guys, if you want to support the channel and the people who run, oh my God, all right. The whole time I gotta look into the camera and say this.
Do you want me to do it?
Oh no, I got it. Hey guys, if you want to support the channel and all the people that run it, all you gotta do is subscribe and smash that like button.
I have to say it as well.
No, I don't know. It just felt natural.
Hey guys, if you want to support the channel, smash the like button and go visit Chef Pat. Don't visit me. We talked about that earlier. Don't visit me at work. If you want to hang out, just hit me
I'll
up.
shuck some oysters for you. Let's go.
Very wise.
Is that good? He's like, I'm gonna make these.
Which job would you eliminate from a restaurant and why?
Which job would I eliminate? Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, who are you gonna shit on? Who are you just gonna cast off the island?
I mean, it's the food runner. Like, that's the obvious choice.
I
Like,
mean, servers are divas, especially if you have a food runner, if you have a busser, if you have a host.
it's,
Like,
Yeah.
you just have, like, literally, like, you just have to look good.
I mean,
And just, like, memorize, like, a couple orders.
yeah, it's the food runners. I mean, servers can run their own stuff. Yeah, I mean, depending on your spot, like the touching tables is like so important, but like running your food to your table is also just as important.
There's a server, like, crying right now. He's like, I have to run my own food. Oh, no. Like, and that,
I think
the thing is, too, is sometimes I worked in an establishment where we originally didn't have food runners, and
fuck
then
it,
we
it's
did
garmage.
get, and then
it's
we,
garmage. Make saute work garmage.
we hired food runners, and it was divisive because some of us really I would rather just fucking run my food and have more money. I would rather
Yeah.
not tip someone else out
That's
and run my
exactly it,
own
too.
food. I'd rather
Yeah.
work a little harder
Yeah.
because I truly believe, I don't know, maybe I'm just...
That could be the
maybe
extra $30 an hour. to
Maybe I just got like superpowers or something, but like unless I have like more than maybe like 8 tables, running food and touching the tables and making sure everyone's doing all right is not insurmountable. It's not impossible. It's very feasible, and you're not going to feel overworked. I've been in the situations where there's 10 plus tables, 12 tables, and that is
It gets a little
insufferable.
harder, yeah.
Oh man, I got stories, dude. I think you're right. I think food runner. I think.
It's just the fucking.
I think I'm just gonna send everyone home. I'm gonna cut everyone and make my money. Kenneth did that. Kenneth would shout out. I wanted to shout Kenneth out at least once. Shout out my boy Kenneth. He's the frog sticker right there. We worked together at Bamboo Club, and I just remember he'd walk in at 5 p.m. and just go, "All right, who wants to go home?" Like, first thing, just.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
No, like didn't even look at the books. Didn't even get just who's ready. Like, and that's the thing too, though. There's always someone, especially front of house, we're divas. There's always someone who, for whatever reason,
100%.
thinks something important that they don't want to miss is happening that night, and they're like, me. And you're there's $50 more, $60 more tonight. Tight. Like,
100%.
just work a little harder. You can get this one. I'm busy. I'm preoccupied. I will still answer though. I'm kind of. What's up?
That's a wrap, Lee.
That's a wrap. Service is over. Awesome. Bye.
Bye, Lee, do you have anything going on in your life that you'd like to share?
Are we wrapping with life story?
Can we? Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, so I know it's really wild that I'm out here with a Buster sword. Quick shout out to the Rose Park Running Club. If you're tuning in from Long Beach and you want something to do outside of going to bars and checking in on other restaurants, which I know is very cool, but not all there is. We're a run club that meets up every Sunday. Our route literally looks like a Buster sword. Come through. It starts at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Part of the reason when I founded the run club, we do that is because we all go out and drink because we work in service on Saturdays after a long shift. So you get to sleep in, get over to Run Club or right on 4th Street and run off any hangover you may have or just ill feelings towards whatever waking nightmare was serviced the night before. So I guess that's what's going on in my life, just
Hell yeah.
the Run Club, dude. But you've been, right? You go to Run Club. A couple times. Sponsored twice.
So I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a new restaurant opening up in Long Beach, downtown at the City Center Motel called Olive and Rose. It's my chef, Philip, shout out Chef Philip Pretty. It's our second restaurant, deviating from Heritage, and it's coming this summer. So I hope you guys are hungry for oysters. And poolside views and fucking cocktails. Let's go.
Dude, we're so extra. We made a point in the Run Club. I know we're almost out on time, but we would bring fold out like picnic tables to the bluff and throw a tablecloth over them and then bring oysters from the seafood market and shuck them some natural wine from Bouvon. Shout out Bouvon.
Shout out Bouvon.
Shout out Bouvon.
I was there before I came here.
Every time I'm on like anything like this, I just want to shout out like the homies. I want to shout out the businesses. And you know what? I will end. I think that is the beautiful thing about Long Beach. We talk so much shit about it. We kind of like to lament sometimes about the slippery slope that can be just going out all the time. But at the end of the day, it is a vibrant, beautiful community with some great people. And you're one of them. So thank you so much for having me and sharing this Linecheck battle of the houses. Let's take the shot. Truce. Truce. Until I make more than 5 modifications on it again.